Well, this is a bit of a pickle, isn't it? We've got a broken toilet. We've got 5 prisoners in lockdown. We've got 3 of them out in the yard, just kind of chilling a little bit. Overall, I'd like to think things are going pretty well. We've actually got $28,000. I have gone ahead and built a few more boat docks over here to, you know, make things a little bit easier in terms of exporting and importing various things. And we've also got this. This has been built, mostly. There are some parts that kind of, you know, they need to be changed ever so slightly. I was having some fun around here with a few different bits and pieces. But for the most part, this is ready to go. I mean, ready to be built rather than ready to go, but you get the idea. It's in a spot where we can do some building. So what I'm going to do is go into quick build. Actually, no, I'm not going to go into quick build just yet. What I want to do is go into here, and I want to put a bunk bed right there. I want to put a toilet right there. I want to put a light right there, and I want to prioritize getting those installed, because then what we can do is go ahead and copy and paste a bunch of these to make this a little bit, well, easier to do. I am going to start by grabbing all of this, and we're going to go down this way, just copying and pasting in a whole bunch of those cells, so that we can get those on the go sooner than later. And then once this is all installed, which it now is, we can go to quick build and we can do the same on this side. We can go ahead and say, let's throw in a whole bunch of cells. And then once all of those are installed, actually, we don't even have to wait thinking about it. We can go to quick build, we can go to clone, we can say, let's grab all of this, go over this way, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we want to grab this one, 1 and 2. All right. So that's going to be all of those cells going in there. And you might be able to tell, you might be able to see that the walls are orange for a lot of the cells. The brick walls are still there, but there's still some orange going on. The point is, I want this place to sort of look cool. And by look cool, I mean it's going to just have some colored walls and that's about it. But that still looks cool as far as I'm concerned. So that's kind of what we're doing there. Anyway, let's go ahead and start putting in some more walls around here. I'm going to be doing my best to... I say doing my best. It's not like it's going to be hard to do what I want to do. And what I want to do is avoid putting any doors into here for the time being. So I'm going to take my time just placing all of these walls in a way to, you know, leave gaps for my workers to get through. And the last thing we're going to be doing is actually adding in the doors. That way we don't have to have guards coming down here to unlock things. It's just going to make life a whole lot easier. I've also been thinking that it might not be a bad idea to maybe turn this into some kind of big staff facility. I don't know if we will do that, but I like the idea of maybe saying that, you know, this can become one big staff canteen, or this can become one big staff canteen. I like that idea. It might not be a bad one to go ahead with. So we'll certainly see what we do there. But let's go ahead and just get the rest of these walls into all of this space. Then, of course, we're going to have to actually lay out what the various rooms are going to be themselves, but that's all right. Go ahead and throw all of these sections in as well. Going to be a whole bunch of offices up there. And there was something that I'm certain I forgot to put in here that it's slipping my mind. Solitary confinement. We don't have solitary around here, and I'm slightly considering the idea that maybe what we could do is have solitary maybe be its own facility or something like that. I was also thinking that if we ever do protective custody, we could do it like on this island or something like that. I don't know. I'm not wanting to go too crazy with different grades of prison just yet, because technically speaking, at some point we can go ahead and buy more land. So I don't know if we need to go crazy with, you know, saying that this is going to be our medium security, then up here will be protective, then over here could be super max or something like that. I don't think we need to go too crazy with that. Also, the helicopter is flying away, doing whatever. I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm also realizing we're going to need to do some kind of path that comes down here. So maybe we go ahead and do that. Let's go figure out what we can do for a path here. I'm thinking gravel. I think gravel is probably going to be a good shot. So let's do a nice big chunky gravel path that comes out to about here. And let's do a nice big chunky gravel path that comes up to about here. And let's get that installed before I go too much, you know, further with the gravel path there. Because we do need it to come over, and we do need it to sort of connect up here. Which, by the way, if I really want to, I can totally build on water ever so slightly. I'm also realizing that 4 tiles wide might have been a little bit much there, but that should be all right. I think what we'll do is we'll bring this down a little bit, or bring this down as far as we can go with it anyway, which is going to be to about there. Then we'll maybe, you know what, let's actually cancel that. We'll figure out what we're doing with the path later on. It's not the end of the world. We'll just get the initial path installed and everything will be fine. Also, most of the walls are already in here, which is kind of nuts. Okay. Did I miss that bit? I might have. Let's have a little look. Brick wall. Yeah, I did. Okay. So brick wall goes in there. That's going to be a door right there rather than a wall. So let's go ahead and change that planning from walls to doors, just so we have that marked. All of these cells are going to need doors as well. Obviously, that's going to be something we're going to have to do. But I think what I want to go ahead and do as well is go in and say rooms. So reception is this one. We are going to need cells, and we can easily mark those out. Although, let's see, they're not going to be cells, actually. They're going to be dormitories. So dormitories like that, they do need doors on them to be considered actually secure. So not having the doors there is kind of important. This down here, or this up here, is going to be our yard. So we'll say that can be what that is. There we go. So yard. We're going to want a common room, which is this space in here, which maybe we don't. Do we want to say that that is going to be used? We probably don't want that being used yet. So let's actually take that room out of there just to make sure prisoners don't try coming up this way. We're going to want a kitchen, which is going to be this room right here. So that's our kitchen. We are going to need a canteen, which is going to be this enormous space right there. We're going to have an infirmary. We're going to have a morgue. And then we're going to have a bunch of offices up this way. So each of these can be an office. Then each of these can be an office as well. Storage and deliveries can sort of stay where they are right now. Exports can sort of stay where they are as well. Visitation is going to be this space right here. And then this is going to be our shower, is what this is going to be. We probably also want to get ourselves some parole rooms in here as well at some point, but right now this will be totally fine. I think that's everything marked, though, as far as I can tell. We could maybe turn this into a little bit of solitary if we really wanted to, but I don't really know if there's much point in doing that. We could probably just do solitary, probably just up here, or we can squeeze it in over here. Over here is probably where we're going to do it, actually. So over this way can be solitary confinement, and maybe we'll do some kind of like little alternate entrance so we can get out to that dock there. In fact, you know what? Let's maybe just, I don't know. Let's dismantle that. Let's just get that dismantled, because I don't really think we're going to want it over there, and that'll be totally fine. Oh, this path is actually all done. That's kind of cool. All right, let's go ahead and just extend it a little bit further. So the gravel's going to go up to about there, and then it's going to come over this way. And then I guess it can go to about there. And that'll be fine. And I think that'll hopefully mean that my workers can use the gravel path to get over here a little bit easier. It's obviously not very secure, but that's probably fine. And by probably fine, I mean, I know it's sort of not, but it's probably fine. Let's not worry too much about it. All right. Now that that's going in, and now that we're kind of getting into a pretty good spot, I am noticing the trees have gotten way out of control. Tell you what we're going to do. Objects, dismantle. Let's just get rid of all of these trees up here as best we can. So every single tree on that little island can be cleared out. I think I've got most of them, so there we go. We'll try clearing all those out. That's going to be our priority for the workers. And away they go to start clearing off that island, and we'll get a bunch of that sold. Oh, hello. Oh, wow. What? Killed by guard with baton. Okay. How many prisoners have died thus far? How many prisoners are currently... So 3. We've had 3 dead prisoners, and I'm honestly not okay with that. I'm a little confused and concerned about the fact that we've never really had more than 10 prisoners at a time. I'd argue that we've almost never... I don't think we've had more than 8. I think I did see that number at 10 at one point, though, so I'll say we've never had more than 10. And yet, for some reason, we've had 3 deaths. You know, I guess they're just not happy. I guess they just don't like the holding cell, which, to be honest, I can sort of understand why. I sort of get it. I do. I do ever so slightly sort of get it, so fair enough. I'm also thinking, let's go ahead and start putting the offices in here. So we're gonna need an office desk. We're gonna need an office chair. We're gonna need a filing cabinet. But I also want to put a fan in here because I think that would look kind of cool. I also kind of don't have the money to put a moose head in here, but I would kind of like to do that, so we're probably going to. We could put a little oval table in here. We're probably not going to do that. We could put a leather chair in here, but we also don't have the money to do that either, so that'll be our office, is what that'll be. Each one of them can have some kind of room fan, and oh my god, that's getting cleared quickly. That's gonna be so much money! How much are we looking at if I just sort of go a little bit crazy with the sell objects thing? Oh my god. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, I'll tell you what, it might not be a bad idea to turn off the mutator that makes this possible, because that's a lot of money. Okay, well, I would say challenge accepted, but challenge averted, I think is probably the better thing to say right now. Let's do, I don't really know what to do. We could do some lamps in here if we really wanted to. I think some lamps for the offices might be lovely, so let's do some lamps. Let's do it in that corner though. So that's gonna be our offices. Quick build, clone, all of you. And then it doesn't actually do anything because, okay. All right then, so we actually need to place all of that stuff first. So let's do that. Let's go to flooring. Let's say that the offices can have... I like the idea of like... I like the idea of the blue, actually. I want to go with a blue carpet on that. And I'm also going to say that we're going to do a regular door for the offices because they're going to be behind 2 pretty secure doors. So I think we're probably safe enough to do just a regular door there. You know, I think, I mean, there's a secure door there. There's a lot that the prisoners are going to have to go through to get into that office. So I think that'll be fine. Let's go to quick build. Let's copy all of this. Let's throw it there and there. Can I rotate this? I totally can. That's beautiful. Okay. So we want to go there, there, and there as well. And we want to just flip that around like I've done and just throw them in there as well. So we're going to get ourselves a bunch of offices in there, which is fantastic news because it means I can go ahead and get the foreman. I can go ahead and get everyone I need. We can go ahead and actually start looking into bureaucracy, which, by the way, I've got a bunch of stuff queued up in here. So this is good. This is definitely going to be good. We should probably look into legal as well, to be totally honest, but it's fine. I'm not going to stress too much about it. Oh, look at them using the path. I love it. I love it. You love to see it. You love to see it. You love to see them using the path. It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. And then they're coming down, just clutching a bunch of lamps. Oh, I love it. Okay. That's fantastic. All right. So yeah, all of those offices can go in. They're actually going to be functional right off the bat as well. So pretty soon we can go ahead and start moving people in there. We're also going to need utility space, I realize. We should probably figure out where that's going to go. Unless we do it in its own building, which we've sort of done before. We could do like a utility building out here and then run power into this facility. That might not be a bad idea. And then keep the utilities up here completely isolated for that space. That might not be a bad idea. I think that's actually what we're going to do. We'll do just a little utility building down here. So we could also do we could do a security building down here too. A security building here would be kind of cool. All right. All right, let's do that. Let's do, what is this, 13, let's do 12 by, we can do 12 by 24, and I want to say that's probably big enough. So 12 by 24, let's go to doors, let's say, I don't really know, let's do a large sort of jail type door. We kind of need to get rid of all those trees first, so we'll get that built and then we'll throw a door on there. But that should be totally fine. Let's go ahead and actually prioritize the office work just before we prioritize. Oh my god, that entire island is clear. That is all sorts of ridiculous. That is all sorts of ridiculous. Then we just got piles of wood sitting around out there. Each one of those is worth $200. So I can, well, they're not all worth $200, but there's a lot of money just laying around out there. That's kind of nuts is what that is. All right, well, I'm not going to complain. This is getting cleared as well, so that's going to be more money from trees. I'm looking forward to seeing this all come together. I'm really not going to lie. I'm genuinely quite excited to see this this all come about. I also need to put different types of flooring into all of these different spaces as well. I want this to be perfect. I want it to be perfect before I let prisoners in there, or I let anyone really in there. I want the infirmary to have a nice floor, the morgue to have a nice floor, the showers, just everything. It needs to look the part, because if it doesn't look the part, there's no point doing it. We're not half-assing this, is what I'm saying. We're doing it properly. Also, I don't know where the, you know what? I don't even know, where does the phrase half-assing anything come from? You know what I don't understand how that's a phrase. How do you, like, realistically speaking, it's like if you're gonna sit down, you sit down with your... All right, if you're gonna sit down, you sit down with your whole ass. You don't like half-ass. Like, I'm probably gonna regret, asking, because it's probably something, it's honestly probably something sexual. So I'm probably gonna regret asking this question, but I don't understand. I'm gonna stop. You know what? It doesn't matter. I don't care. It doesn't even matter. You know, it's one of those, it's probably just a silly phrase. It doesn't matter. All right. Who even cares how you half-ass anything? All right. There you go. All right. Let's go to utilities. A power station is going to be 5,000. We'll throw that into that space. A water pumping station can go right there. And I'm probably not going to bother throwing capacitors around that right now. There's not really much point. But what I will do is, I don't even know what I built this out of. Is that concrete or brick? I think it's brick. Actually, I think it's concrete. It's kind of hard to tell. I really have no idea. I need a guard to come down here to open this door. I think it's, yeah, it's brick. Okay. So let's do some brick across there. We'll maybe leave, I don't know, we'll leave a little bit open at the end there, I guess. That can be just a corridor that goes the whole way down, and that can be like, I don't know, security and an armory is what that can be. So we'll go ahead and throw another large secure jail door on there. We'll do one there, we'll do one there, and we'll do one there. That's gonna be a total pain for the staff, but I think it's probably gonna be for the best, because we do obviously want this space to be secure. So that's yeah, probably for the best. Let's go ahead just and lock these all open though, so that these guys can actually get through. So I need to be able to get the door there. Hello, guard, could you get that door for us, please? Thank you. So lock that open. Let's lock you open and lock you open. There we go. So that whole space can be left open for the time being. We can go ahead and bring some power around like this. And we'll bring it right down through there. And I think we're going to have to get some capacitors. They're about 1,000 each. I'm pretty sure we can afford to do this. So throw a bunch of capacitors in there. We'll run a bunch of cable down here. And basically, I'm going to try and run it along the corridors for the time being. So it can come down here. It can go into that room a little bit. And then it has to go through here. So we're going to run it along that way. It's going to have to go along this way. And then the entire way around there. It's going to have to go into here. It's going to have to go into the yard as well, so we'll take it into the yard. It is going to have to come down this way as well, even though we do have some power coming down this way. It can go into the room. This is, what is this? This is that's our kitchen. So let's have it go into the kitchen. We're not going to connect it to anything yet because there's nothing to connect it to. It's going to need to run along here and probably into the infirmary. It's going to have to run into the morgue. And again, it's going to have to run into the canteen. I think what we'll do for the canteen is run it around the outsides so everything gets power. And again, we'll connect it to whatever it needs connected to at some point in the kitchen as well. It is going to have to come down into the showers. And then I think that should connect to absolutely everything. So that's going to be a whole lot of power getting connected in all that space. I guess what we could probably do is throw in a bunch of lights as well. So we'll go ahead and start throwing those around the reception space. I'm going to kind of dot those around quite a bit, actually. We could probably throw them into the common room as well. And the showers as well can get a whole bunch of them. So something a little bit like that for the showers. I don't know if we're going to need them for corridors because I think the light can actually bleed through from the doors. So we might not need to do much with the corridors. We will see is what we'll do there. We will certainly see if the corridors actually need any lights. This bit over here is going to need some lights as well. So we'll get that done. And then, let's see. We'll not bother with the corridor like I said. The yard could probably do with some lights. We'll dot them kind of in the middle there. We'll dot them in the corners of the track as well. And then the canteen is just going to need so many. So let's just go a little bit crazy with that and throw a whole bunch of lights into the canteen there. So something a bit like that. We'll go like this as well. And we'll do, I don't know, something like this, I guess. And I don't know, I guess we just go across, right? So try and fill up the entire canteen with a whole bunch of lights. It's gonna be a lot, is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a lot of lights, but that's probably for the best. Let's see, we can go in the middle there as well. And there we go. That's gonna be the best lit room that I've ever had in any Prison Architect series, is what that's gonna be. And I also want to go ahead and prioritize all of that so that we can go ahead and get all those lights installed. We can go ahead and get all the power cables installed, and we can actually see this place just start to come to life a little bit. Obviously, power kind of needs to be a thing in there, but we'll get the lights in and then, or did I say power? Water. Power needs to be a thing, and then water needs to be a thing. I think I said power instead of water. Water needs to be a thing. And then, you know, we're good. But the power goes in, we can get some more administrative staff, which will be lovely. What are you? Oh, you're injured. Oh, we need doctors as well. We need a lot of things. We need a lot of things here. Is what we need. We need so many things. We've got, you know, we need more prisoners. We need the solitary confinement, which we've still not done. We need the infirmary, which we're sort of working on. We've got a lot of things that we need. We really do. So hopefully that'll come about sooner than later. Alrighty, so the power is in. The next step is to get water into all this space, which I've gone ahead and laid out all the pipes, so that should happen fairly soon. What we do want to do is get ourselves a foreman. So you're going to go down here somewhere, and you can go to your office. We're probably going to want to get ourselves, let's see, what else do we actually need here? Security. So we need to get ourselves a security chief who can go and have an office right here, which is absolutely fantastic. We could get another couple of foremen if we really wanted to. Oh my god. Really? Really? How did that? Really? What? Starved to death? What? What do you mean, starved to death? You are on break, and someone just starved. I don't care that you're pissed off. This guy just starved to death. What do you mean, starved? Hello? How? How? How did you? Oh my God. I don't even know. I have nothing. I got nothing. I have no idea. I have no idea how that just happened. Not the slightest clue. I'm a little bit lost. I'm a little more than a little bit lost as to how that just happened. I got nothing. I got nothing. I have no idea how that just happened. How that prisoner just starved to death. That's wow. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Right. Let's get ourselves some cooking stuff, shall we? Let's do that, because that seems like something I can do successfully without completely messing up. I say that. You would hope that I can do that. I'm 20, what age am I? I'm 26. Yeah, I legitimately, that's not a gag. Legitimately had to ask myself the question, what age am I? I have to do that more often than I care to admit, just so you're aware. Not a goof, it's not a gag. It's just I don't remember the last time I like properly acknowledged my birthday. I'm one of those people. I'm one of those guys that's just like, you know, it's whatever. Yeah, genuinely just had to stop and think for a second and be like, oh, what age am I? Am I? Yeah, no, I'm that age. Yeah, like I said, that happens quite regularly. That's a fairly regular occurrence, is what that is. I feel like that's just something that happens as you get a bit older, though. Like, you kind of just get to this point where you're like, you know, I'm an age. You know, I exist. Just about. I feel like that's a thing, right? Like, you just get to this point where eventually you're like, you know, I'm here. That's where I'm at anyway. That's pretty much where I'm at. Anyway, we'll get all those cookers and fridges set up fairly quickly. We can probably go in here to the morgue and get some morgue slabs as well. Hopefully not going to need 8 of them. I'm sincerely hoping we're not going to need 8 of them, but you never know. Medical beds, probably going to want a few of those. It seems thus far we have definitely got a bit of a need for a couple of those at the very least. Sink and mirror. Improves a cell and dormitory. Okay, so we don't need those. I think the infirmary's probably fine there. The canteen is going to need some serving tables. So let's do 1, 2 right there. And that'll hopefully be all right, I would imagine. We're also going to want some tables for the canteen. So let's do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And we're kind of just gonna go a little bit basic with this. I'm not gonna go too crazy throwing tables and benches in here. We're just gonna do it that way, so we have a lot of seating space for a lot of prisoners. So something like that should be totally fine. We could, if we really wanted to, throw a bit of a dividing wall down the middle, which might not be a bad idea, to be totally honest, but we'll just do it this way for the time being, and that'll be our canteen. Let's see. We actually don't have a lot of money at the minute, so we'll kind of leave it a second. Although I'm pretty sure exports are probably near non-existent at this point, so that's kind of going to mean that we need to go and dismantle a bunch of trees again, which is the go-to way to make money around here. So we'll go ahead and say let's clear that island, and I think while we're at it, we'll maybe just clear out some trees from this space as well, and maybe just around here too. And I think maybe just in general, probably worth clearing out some trees to make a bit of space. That should be all right. And I realize I've not put down any of the flooring that I talked about either, so all in all, there's a fair bit of work to do. Good news is, though, groundskeeping and, let's see, cleaning have both been researched. So we can get ourselves some gardeners. Let's go ahead and say we can afford a few of these. 1, 2 for the time being. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 janitors, I think. And probably 2 more gardeners. And maybe... You know, we'll go for maybe 10 janitors just to make sure the place can actually be, you know, cleaned. Oh, what's going on in here now? Seriously? Can you guys stop fighting each other and stop fighting the guards? Seriously, there's more guards than there are prisoners. You guys have seen like 4 of your mates get killed. Half of them at the very least have been by the guards. Let's be honest. Just chill, all right? Chill. Let's take it easy for a second, all right? Let's just take it easy for a second, because you're getting a little bit, you're getting a little bit on my nerves, is what you're doing, all right? Let's just have these guys up here just chill. There you go. Go to sleep. I like that all but one of them are in handcuffs. I like that every single one of them, barring one, is in a pair of handcuffs right now. That really sums up just how friggin' amazing I am at Prison Architect. That really gives you an idea of just how, the mastery that I have over this game is unparalleled. Unparalleled. All right? That's me. That's me with Prison Architect. I have, yeah, best there ever was. Ain't no one. I got nothing. All right, I'm terrible at the game. Is that what you wanted to hear? I'm absolutely f***ing at Prison Architect. Are you happy? Is that what you want? All right, I'm glad we could have this conversation. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.